Indonesian police scored a major victory in its war against Islamic extremism last month when they tracked and killed the country's most wanted militant, Noordin M just outside the central Javanese city of Solo, an area known as a hotbed for radical activity. The Indonesian police have been searching for Noordin M for nearly a decade before they finally found him here, holed up in this corrugated tin shack, which has now become a popular tourist destination among locals in the area. They found Noordin M and 3 compatriots shot to death hiding out in the bathroom. Also inside, they found 440 pounds of explosives, an M16 machine gun, and documents that police say link Noordin M to Al-Qaeda.
Noordin was clearly the head of the most violent group, not only in Indonesia, but conceivably in the region. The problem is we don't know who his successor might be, and I think that we can't assume that terrorism is over because Noordin is dead.
Though Indonesian police have had success targeting extremist leaders like Noordin, they have had much less success dismantling their network of support. Noordin was able to recruit with disturbing ease from within a smattering of radical Islamic boarding schools. Al-Kafi is a small conservative Islamic boarding school close to the house where Noordin was killed. A former student and employee at the school, Susilo Adib, rented the house and sheltered Noordin. He was among those killed in the police raid. Schools like Al-Kafi might not be extreme, but its conservative teachings groom a student body ideal for recruitment by the more radical elements in Indonesian society. And often the leadership at these schools, though they might not agree with the violent methods of extremists, do support their ultimate goals, such as the establishment of Sharia law.
Tentu kami sebagai seorang Muslim ingin agar, karena kami yakin bahwa syariat Islam atau Islamic law itu paling bagus, paling sempurna. Saya pikir semua orang yang ingin Islam itu dipakai secara menyeluruh ya belum puas memang, ya kan. Tapi mereka insya Allah berlomba untuk berdakwah dan berjalan seiring dengan yang lain.
The students at schools like Al-Kafi are often exposed to extremist ideology not during core classes, but during smaller study groups or by radical imams they go to hear off campus. A small group of schools in the area, however, representing a tiny fringe, directly support and shelter Islamic radicals. An hour from Solo, in a remote area, is Darusi Shahada, one of the country's most radical Islamic boarding schools. 2 of Noordin M closest aides are connected to the school. One is a teacher, the other is a student. Police also believe that explosives found during a raid in August outside Jakarta were at least partially constructed at the school. We have just come from inside Darus Shahada, which is just down this road here, and it's basically just a collection of houses surrounded by forest. We've been speaking to some of the teachers there, but they are unwilling to talk to us on camera, and they won't let us film the grounds. Up the road, however, we found the local village chief. He was more than happy to talk, but, contrary to police and analysts, denied the school was involved in any radical activity.
Saya begini, sebenarnya kalau ada yang mengatakan atau mengafiliasikan pondok dengan teroris, saya sangat tidak terima dalam artian jiwa saya sangat meronta. Kenapa seperti itu dikatakan demikian?
The vast majority of Indonesia's Islamic boarding schools, like the vast majority of Indonesians themselves, are moderate and reject any kind of violent jihad. At Al-Muad, for instance, we received a warm welcome. Also in Solo, Al-Muad is renowned for its moderation and has received visits from such dignitaries like former British Prime Minister Tony Blair. Its director, Abdul Shafawi, is aware of the extremist ideology at other schools in the area, but is confident that his own students will not fall victim to their teachings.
Pendiri ini mempunyai pola agar ajaran diajarkan kepada anak cucu itu sesuai dengan apa yang diajarkan oleh Nabi, oleh para sahabat, oleh para ulama. Kalau ajaran itu sesuai dengan apa yang diajarkan oleh Nabi, akan ada satu radikalisme di dalam pesantren, tidak ada.
The Indonesian government, fearing a political backlash, has so far been unwilling to intervene in the affairs of Islamic boarding schools, until it finds a way to target not only extremist leaders, but also the hearts and minds of Islamic youth. However, there will always be schools from which extremists can recruit, prolonging the risk of future terrorist attacks. This is Pete Gelling, on location for Global Post.